Well, it definitely was a point of emphasis for us to learn from our previous game against Mississippi State, and we we went into this game trying to be very intentional on playing together, playing with our post game, making sure that we were making the extra pass, playing off of 2 feet. Offensively, you know, when you're playing a team like Missouri who runs kind of more of a pack line defense, your guard play is going to have to step in and make some shots. Shanice Norton, I thought she did a good job of doing that. You know, Kayla Pointer got herself to the free throw line a couple of times, but she was trying to really get in the gaps there. But Ayanna Mitchell and Faustine really set the tone for us and still allowing us to have those paint points. And that's what you want to have. You want to have that where your guards can knock down some perimeter shots and your post game can make some plays inside.
You also did a good job defensively on Cunningham. She didn't really get into a rhythm of shooting. She hit a couple of shots, but and then she fouled out. So y'all must have executed your game plan there.
Well, we missed our coverage at the very beginning of the first quarter. I think I called the timeout and just explained to our team that this is one of the key players that we've been talking about. She's supposed to be no touch, and she's catching the ball anytime she wants to. So I thought we readjusted in the second half. Because they were running a lot of screening action for her, we put a guard and Shanice Norton on her, and she did a really good job of just fighting through all those screens. You worried, too, because Cunningham is such a versatile player. Will she go down and post a smaller guard? And Fua in the paint, I really felt like clogged that up quite a bit, and we were going to allow their bigs to take those shots from the perimeter, and it worked out for us that they weren't able to knock those down. But Shanice Norton and Raquel Spencer did a really good job on a really good player in our league.
Okay, so the players said that they were a lot more involved with the scouting and the watching film this game. So what was the scouting process for it? Like, what was the plan for that?
Well, the plan was for the team to take more ownership, because as coaches, we'll spend hours and hours and, you know, days. We watch a lot of film, and we have a different level of confidence going into games through our preparation. And so I wanted the team to make sure that they have that same type of ownership. So we assigned, gave them blank scouting reports, had them fill them in, and really it's really about the players and what they see. You know, my lenses are a little bit different than theirs, and I can't speed up this process for them. So we wanted to give them a more accountability for the scouting, because the more they own it, the more that they're going to do it. And even to the point where I said, you know, you write up your practice plan. What do you want practice, and what do you want us to focus in on today? Now, we're going to be here for you, and we're going to move practice along, but what are the things that you saw that we need to work on, instead of us as the coaches? Because my coaches, you know, I've got some of the best coaches in the country. I mean, they do an exceptional job from scouting and preparing our young ladies, but sometimes you feel like you're spoon feeding them, and I wanted to get away from that. And they had to come up with their practice plans these last couple of days. We also have been playing well on the road, a little bit better than we had at home, so we changed up our game day routine, whereas we went to the gym and got there 2 hours early, and that's something that we've done on the road. And I think that changed our focus a little bit, where there's a lot more distractions when you're home. And this allowed us to get a little bit more in tune with what we need to do today when we met for a 30-minute workout before the game.
So as far as the scouting process, with them being more involved in the treating home games like away games, are these things that you could see doing in the future, seeing as how they came out and played really well tonight?
Yeah, I definitely think so. You know, we're playing during the week, and so, you know, the kids have classes, and then, you know, they've got tutoring and things like that. So giving them that block of time when they get out of class to kind of wind down a little bit, and then bringing them back earlier to the gym. I think that's something that we'll look to explore. They have, we have the technology where scouting isn't, where it takes them so long to watch. We'll put up scout tapes, we'll make them watch personnel tapes, and then we'll give them games to watch or halves to watch. And I think that's something that they got to continue to do. And we're going to continue to work with them, and then we're going to come together and we're going to talk about and game plan together and let it be a team, collectively, all of us buying in, because that's what we need to do immediately. And I felt like the buy-in was there today.
Was it in the game plan to get their best players in foul trouble early?
Well, we wanted to make sure that our help defense was there, because they can really do a lot of different things between Cunningham and Smith, where they can post you, they can shoot the three, they can do a lot of play off the bounce. Mitchell got a couple of charges there, and I thought that was key. But offensively, our patience to really try to attack and be aggressive, I thought that really played well for us, and not just jump shooting the basketball. We were very intentional on trying to get the ball inside, and Mitchell and Fua did a great job of connecting and scoring for us in the paint.
Okay, and you guys got a pretty good game out of Kayla Pointer, who's been struggling lately. So what does that mean to be able to finally have her back scoring for the team?
Well, it makes life a whole lot easier when she's in there delegating and trying to not only score the ball for her, but for her teammates. She had 5 assists on the night, and that's something that we're going to keep stressing to her, to get back to being that player. I thought the balanced attack, Raquel Spencer, right off the back in the first quarter, I thought her aggressive play to the rim was a positive. Norton started hitting some jumpers, which opened it up a little bit more. Jalen Richard Harrison came off the bench and knocked down 4 critical free throws to help seal the game. So when you got your guard play contributing and playing that way, it's going to give us more opportunities to win, because we will have that balanced attack.
To bounce back from last Thursday's game with a win tonight, where the team was filled with energy, the defense was on point in the second half. Just what can that do for y'all mentality going forward?
Well, I hope this team understands that there's a certain way you need to play every night, and tonight we really got after a really good offensive team with our defensive effort. We were able to go to our press and extend the lead through our defense. I like the fact that we were transitioning and looking for each other. How selfless we played in this game versus Mississippi State was night and day, and it reflected in the score. Our team still has a lot of work to do, but this is definitely one that's going in the right direction on how we played today.
Coach, right here next to him. Shanice Norton scoring her 500th career point tonight. Just about her play tonight and, as of late, how much of an impact she's been.
Well, Shanice Norton had one of the biggest defensive assignments in the second half in shutting down a really good offensive player in Sophie Cunningham. And so she not only can score the basketball, and we're very glad that she was able to get to her 500th point, but she also keeps a lot of points off the boards by her defensive play. And so Shanice is someone, she's played every position for me since she's been here. I've had her play at the 4, the 3, the 2. Sometimes she brings the ball down. She's just going to do whatever is asked of her for this team, and we just want to make sure that we're doing everything in our part to make sure that this is a great senior season for her.